Can you tell what Garrett's doing wrong here? He's making two huge hitting mistakes that are very common and easy to mess up. In today's video, we're going to show you exactly what those two mistakes that you could be making are and how to fix them. Let's go ahead and get started. Guys, we got a ton of great content coming out this year, and if you don't want to miss out, make sure you hit that subscribe button. That's the only way you can get notified. Also, hit that thumbs up button. That really helps us grow the channel. And if you have any comments, leave them in the comment section below. Sewell would love to hear from you. All right, guys, these two hitting mistakes, if you haven't guessed already, are really easy, but they're very easy to get into, especially a young hitter when they're trying to learn how to hit. It's just so natural for us to do these two mistakes, that's why we really just need to make sure we watch out for them. So Garrett's going to demonstrate the first mistake he was making this swing. So let's go ahead and get set up here, Garrett. And the first mistake he was making was he was stepping in towards the ball. So you might hear a lot of instruction. You know, I've heard this before in the past where they tell you to step into the pitch. So they'll say, here's an outside pitch, step toward the outside pitch. So you'll see Garrett's here stepping in. They'll tell you to step in so that you can hit the ball the other way or something like that. So go ahead and reset up. And then they'll tell you for a down the middle pitch to step straight. And then for an inside pitch, they'll actually tell you to step out. So any way this works, even if they tell you to stay square and then step out, no matter what it is, none of this really works because what happens is when we're hitting, when the pitcher releases the ball, it happens so fast, we don't realistically have enough time. We might be able to guess sometimes or something like that, but we don't have enough time to actually get our foot down and do anything like that. Now, the second big mistake of stepping in towards the ball, go ahead and step in towards the ball, is that it cuts off our hips. So the ball's coming from the pitcher's mound. We want to be as square to that with our lower body as we possibly can. So we have the perfect amount of stretch and looseness in our hips. When we close off our hips, go ahead and just rotate slightly, Garrett. He cuts off his hips. We cut off our rotation. If you guys get in the same position Garrett's in, if you get there at home, if you step up right now and you try to cross your feet up and turn, you'll see you severely limit your mobility. So go ahead and reset up here, Garrett. So what we're going to do to fix this, how we want to do is we want to make sure that we're as square to the center field line as we can possibly be. If you can imagine a line drawn straight up through the back of home plate all the way up through center field, we want our feet parallel to that line. So what we can do is we can actually even draw a line on the ground parallel to that line. So I'm going to draw a line here for Garrett. So Garrett, go ahead and put your toes right up against that line. So right now, Garrett's feet are now parallel to the line. He's going to have the perfect amount of stretch and tightness in the hips that he needs to be able to get everything he needs to get out of his lower body. So now he's taken out one of the biggest mistakes. Now, why this is very common is a lot of players see the ball in front of them and they want to step towards the ball. And this is just going to throw us completely off. So, guys, we really want to watch out for mistake number one because this is one of the biggest ones. Now, mistake number two is the head diving in towards the ball. So, Garrett, go ahead and demonstrate the head going in towards the ball. So this is a little bit like the stepping in towards the ball. We see the ball in front of us. We have a tendency to want to go towards the ball. So go ahead and show them the head going towards the ball. So if you remember the swing from the intro, he had his head going towards the ball. This is very, very common, but it's not nearly what we want to be doing when we're hitting. This is going to make us run out of room to hit the ball. We get close, we close the gap. This is where we get jammed a lot. We're late on a lot of pitches, and everything gets thrown off. The main problem with this, guys, is it throws off our balance. So, Garrett, go ahead and dive your head in here a little bit. Now, if Garrett's head is dived in towards the plate, he's now shifted his weight, and it's now very easy for me to push him over. We want to be solid and balanced. Go ahead and get back on the line here for me. We want to be solid and balanced when we're up at the plate. So what we need to do to fix this mistake is simply have our balance point, which is our center of mass, over our center line. So you can imagine Garrett's on a balance beam right here. We need to keep all of our weight on top of that balance beam and allow our hands to go get the ball. So I like to use this analogy with my students that our body is the gun and our hands are the bullet. So if I had a gun and I'm trying to shoot a target, I'm not going to take the gun towards the target. I'm going to stay back here and shoot the guns, just like I'm going to keep my body here and let my hands go towards the target. So guys, what we're going to do to fix this is a very simple drill. Draw a line, just like I did for Garrett. So Garrett, go ahead and get on the line. And all we're going to do, we're going to make sure, we're going to go ahead and get into our load stride position. We're going to make sure that our toes are still on that line, parallel to the center field line. We're going to make sure that our head stays exactly where it's at. Go ahead and make a swing for us and hold your finish, Garrett. Okay, And you're going to see Garrett's head didn't dive in. It's going to stay right on top. And you can see because he's balanced, his head didn't dive in towards the plate. So if we can make sure our toes, we can go ahead and relax. Nice job. If you make sure that your toes are on the line when you make your swing and you make sure you're balanced, you're going to correct two of the biggest mistakes that you can make as a hitter. Let's show them one more here from face on, Garrett. So again, Garrett's going to get his feet square to the center field line. Go ahead and load stride. Give me a nice balanced finish. Beautiful. Very nicely done. Guys, if we hit these two checkpoints when our feet are square and we're balanced, we're going to knock out two of the biggest hitting mistakes that we can make at any level, but mostly beginners got to look out for this because we have that tendency to want to go towards the ball. Now, if we want to take this one step even further, we're going to do the same thing in side toss. Garrett, go ahead and step up to the plate from the down the line view right there. There we go. And guys, just like side toss and front toss is extended T work, Garrett's going to do the same thing. He's going to load stride. He's going to make sure his feet are square on the line. He's already stride, so his front foot's going to stay down. He's going to make a nice swing into a balanced finish, making sure he's on the line, and he's holding his finish. Beautiful. Guys, that's all we have to do. And if we make sure that we hit these checkpoints, we can eliminate a lot of problems that stem from these two big issues. Now, guys, I got a great bonus for you. Having a great weight shift is just imperative to being able to get this stuff correct so we can be balanced in our swing. I'm going to play one of my best weight shift videos and a preview of it at the end of this video that you can see. You get instant access to by clicking on the iCard in the top portion of your screen or the link in the description below. Let's go ahead and get started. We're going to now start showing how our weight shift is involved with the release of the bat. We just simply need to understand exactly where we want to be in our weight shift. So we're going to get a lot more specific. We're going to be talking about the timing of getting the back pocket in front of the tee at the same time we're hitting the ball. But the first thing we need to do, guys, is we need to rep this out and make sure that we can definitely get the weight transfer that we need. So we're going to put our arms across our chest. We're going to get at least 100 repetitions